Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to talk about our To Be Mindset group. And then I wanted to talk to you guys about closing the deal. So I have a couple conversations that I had recently with the To Be Mindset that I'm going to share with you guys. So for the To Be Mindset, we were just saying that we think what's happening is I was talking to some other coaches and they were arranging their groups in units. And so I think the different things Ileana was saying, like, water first, veggies most, like things like that, we'll do into individual units and do photo albums for each. Justin said, just check the FAQ and there's a 30-day money back guarantee. Perfect. So there you go. But yeah, so, and what I'm going to do is try to get all of that set up, and I'm going to do a big To Be Mindset group when everybody can add your clients. Because I don't want it to be within my challenge group. I want it to be separate. I want it to be where we just focus on nutrition, because I want it to just be as simple and as easy to follow as possible. So I'm going to really kind of dig deep and try to make some really good content and break things down and make things as simplified as possible. And so that as soon as somebody, and I'm going to make the pinned post, my goal is to make the pinned post into something that is basically like a FAQ, like most, frequently asked questions, so that you can tag your new people and be like, watch this. So it kind of like helps them exactly know. What I am telling my people right now is we don't start until May 14th. What I want you to do is focus on you right now. I want you to keep doing what you're doing. If you're exercising or following the plan now, awesome. But what I would do is focus on watching the videos, taking notes, asking any questions as you have them, and then we'll dig deep. But I have so many people that are just starting this that are like, they are finally ready to dig in, but I don't want to overwhelm them. So I'm not going to be like, pick your program, do this. I'm like, great. While your Shaco gets here, while we're waiting for our May 14th group to start, I want you to just do the videos, and I want you to take notes, and I want you to dig in. And if you want to start like journaling or something for yourself along the way, like focus on you and your self-care right now, and then we'll dig into it. So, and that's kind of helpful for people, because sometimes taking action is the hardest thing. So we're like, it's okay. If you want to take notes, you want to figure out what it is first, we're all starting May 14th, and we can make it happen then. In the meantime, I'd love for you to implement some of the things that she talks about, like lots of water, trying to eat your veggies first. That's fine, but you don't have to 100% commit to it. And so I would also have them take their before photos and their measurements while they're waiting. So this is basically the homework I'm giving all my people is start watching the videos, take notes, ask me any questions, start, do your before photos and your measurements, and just start really trying to track and make sure that for now you're working on drinking as much water as possible. And if you're a pop or a soda or, whatever user, coffee, whether it's coffee, energy drinks, whatever, I want you to really try to, whatever you're doing, if you're doing 3 cups of coffee a day, I want you to try to wean down to 2. Or if you're doing 2 monsters a day, I want you to do like 1 every other day or whatever. Like, was it you, Chelsea, that was a big energy drink person? No, I'm trying to think. I had a coach that was like, I really want to like, hope this helps me kick my energy drink.
To have one, but not anymore. I did like 6 months ago. I was addicted to it. Couldn't get enough.
No, I remember in grad school, I was totally addicted to them. Like it was like need enough of it.
Sugar and processed grains is what feeds my inflammation and my back pain.
Yeah. Okay. So, Angie, I saw your message. I posted the new coach training or the new coach checklist in that 3-way chat for us. And if that's not what you're talking about, let me know. Chelsea says, I just got my email to join the coach group with Ileana. So that would be an awesome resource too. I didn't realize they were doing that. I knew about it, but like, I wasn't super in love with Autumn's 80-day obsession group. So I wasn't like leading with it, but I was like, oh yeah, I guess I did forget to talk about that. I think it'll be cool just to have access to her, because I feel like so many people will have questions with this program. And I also think Ileana is really, really down to earth. I have nothing against Autumn, but like sometimes like when I'll ask questions in there, it's like, follow the plan. That's all I have. I'm like, okay, but not everybody's perfect. And I feel like Ileana is a lot more down to earth. So I think this will be really cool. But yeah, so anybody that signs on this month with Yeah. Is there an end? I wonder when the cutoff is for that, but you get, if you sign on as a coach with the 2B mindset, you get into Ileana's coach group, which will be cool. And they said that it anywhere from 3 to 5 days, you can expect an email once you get signed up. So yeah, I'll have to check and see if I got that. Oh, it's in my second CBC. I have to make sure. I never checked that email. So second CBC email. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on the group wide 2B mindset. It's May 14th. And then also I am doing a 3-day refresh on May 14th. So the first 3 days I'm going to, May 14th is going to be prep week. So that whole week, if people want to jump into it, fine. But that whole week is just going to be like a prep week and kind of talking about it. And then I guess we would probably jump in on the 21st. But I think it's really important to have a prep week. So that's why I'm doing it that way and not, but I will also be doing a 3-day refresh, and I just ordered mine yesterday. So if you guys want to hop on with that, go for it. And if you have anybody signing up, let them know June 3rd to purchase for the group with Ileana. Thank you, Justin. Okay, so I always tell people, and I'm so excited for you and don't feel obligated whatsoever, but I just want to let you know, I purchased my 3-day refresh. It's a 3-day vegan cleanse. A bunch of us are starting it May 14th during prep week. So we're going to have 3 results right off the bat in 3 days, and it kind of keeps you accountable and motivated to keep going. So just know that's an option, not required whatsoever, but I'm excited. So I like to tell people that because it's an extra $40. It's normally $70. Helps your volume, helps your commission, helps them get really excited right off the bat. So what else I wanted to do is I'm going to go to this one conversation I had. I was talking to this girl last night, and it was so funny because I normally don't really get into, I don't want to ever come across pushy, but I was literally just talking to her like I would talk to one of my best friends, like, this is the best deal. And I even was like, she was like, my husband is going to kill me, because she wanted to sign up as the base kit, and I almost had her for the $200 kit. So what I'm going to do is, she ended up going with the base kit, and I was like, just let me know about coaching, because she has this girl at work that's already thinking about coaching. I was like, girl, you could sign her up and make commission right away. So I wanted to go through this so that, and I'm going to just play out the voice messages and everything because I like to voice text. It's easier for me. So I had this girl in the Meant to Be Coffee chat group, and we were talking, let's see where it comes. I met her from Instagram. She got me added on Instagram. So I'm just going to go through the whole conversation. Your little one is so cute. Let's see, he's 3 months in May. And I said, those first 3 months are so much work. Congrats. I hated the first 3 months. Literally was being super honest. I was like, seriously, I think about a baby number 2 and I want to curl in a ball. So this is how I talk to people. I'm very open and honest. I want people to know I'm a real person, and I want to talk to them about themselves a little bit before I dig into it so that you already establish that relationship. And then we talked about people having twins. And then she was like, I can't imagine. I said, I actually have a client that has twins. And I'm like, God bless you, child. She's doing ADD Obsession, which is 1 hour long. I don't even understand it. And then I'm like, are you doing any workouts? So I'm going into this conversation by being very you know what I mean? I would literally be talking to a friend this way. So she's doing T25, got lazy, talking about, her parents being from Mississippi. And then I go into this whole thing because my husband's from Mississippi and none of my in-laws like any vegetables basically. So we talked about that. And then literally we had this really, really good conversation. So then I said, okay, mama, check out the group. It talks about the nutrition plan that launches this week. The meal prep challenge starts tomorrow. So I don't do cold invites. They don't work for me. I'm okay with having a little bit more of a conversation. Make sure you're writing them down because you will, then it gets confusing. I like to be forming or invited or send link. So I know where I'm at in this process, but cold invites just don't work for me. So yes, it takes a little bit more time to get to know people, but it works better. So, let's see. She said, checking it out now and reading up on the 2B mindset. I may have some questions at some point, but I'll let you get some rest and tend to your little one. And then so there was enough information in the group so she can figure it out. So she's like, I'm going to do the basic. And I said, sending it over in your way in a second. And then I was like, this girl is a new mom. I need to at least talk to her about how Shakeology has changed my life when I was a new mom. So this is what
So
I said.
I can't remember because I don't know if we've chatted on Instagram about it or what, but
Can you hear it? Okay.
I don't know if you've ever tried Shakeology or if you have excessive Shakeology or what. Just wanted to kind of check in with you and see because it's $99 for the base kit, and then you can do the Shakeology, the month's worth of meals, and the base kit for $160. So if you haven't tried it, it's a great time to give it a try now since you can buy it for $60. So it's like $2 a freaking meal. And I will tell you, girl, that it was my saving grace with mom life. Like, honestly, because you just are so scattered and like feel crazy. You know, and like, you just like don't feel like you have time for yourself. And then, you know, I just knew I was getting one healthy meal that like I was getting all my vitamins and minerals that I needed. And I don't know if you're still nursing, but, you know, I used it and I did the vegan flavor, and it was just, I knew I was getting that one healthy meal for. But I really found that was really helpful because on the days that I didn't, I could kind of tell that I was like just picking at things everywhere because I was like too lazy or too busy to actually make a meal. So I liked that I was able to like know that I had this instead of being like, oh, pretzels here, oh, an apple here, oh, this, you know, and just a bunch of snacks and not getting like the vitamins and minerals that I felt like I should be.
So, and I just want you guys to just tell that, like, just say, I just want you to like, it's no big deal. So if somebody has a base kit, no big deal. But I just want to tell you like why I love it so much, and you can get it for $2 a meal right now. I literally just have to tell you. So she said, I haven't tried Shakeology, but my husband may kill me if I spend any more. How long do you have access to this program, or is it just 90 days then you pay again? I said, it's yours for good. The videos she does are yours once you purchase. You access them on Beachbody's website, and you get the other goodies from Ileana too. They are doing a special this month that if you sign up as a coach, you get access to a private Facebook group for 2B groupies. I can't wait. This chick is so down to earth, I feel. Whoop, whoop, getting skinny forever. I have a friend at work that is interested in being a coach. I said, dude, you could sign her up under you and already get a commission. She goes, this just keeps getting better and better. And I said, you make about $50 to $75 every time you have somebody join you, and you can just add them to my group and I'll help you keep them motivated. Do you have Beachbody On Demand? I don't, but I know she does. And I said, okay, don't kill me. But if you want to do this and follow the workouts when you can, the $200 package is going to set you up for the year. Or you can do $160 now and then buy BOD next month for $99, but you save $60 buying them together. And I sent this. And then I have two more.
Okay, so the thing is that if you want to just do the 2B mindset now for $99, you can do that. But if you really are thinking of signing this girl up and, you know, maybe just kind of talking about what you're doing here and there to get, you know, kind of friends to see what you're doing and want to join you, then you would sign up as a coach. So when you're doing that, it's normally $40 to sign up as a coach, but it's waived if you buy it together. If you sign up when you buy Shakeology and some type of program. So in this case, the 2B mindset. So you're saving the $40 sign-on fee because you're purchasing it bundled together, and you also save about $60 by doing that. So I hope that makes sense. And if you ever want to cancel at any time, you can.
That sounded so jumbled and confused, but let's see what this one has to hold.
Last thing is, unless you are active military spouse, you pay a $17 a month fee. And what that does is covers your websites. They take care of invoices. They take care of shipping. Like, you don't have to buy anything. You don't have a quota. You don't have to ship anything to anybody or do it. They take care of customer service. They take care of all the money and billing and all of that, and even like give you tax information. So like, it's nice that they just like do everything about kind of like running a business without you having to do it. So that's why they pay the $17 a month fee. And then they also provide websites. So like, you can easily send a link out to somebody that's like, hey, I want this, or hey, I want that. So just think about it. I know it's like $100 more than what you were thinking, but seriously, you could like just make your money back just by talking about it to your friends.
So she says, you're killing me. I got to do the basic kit for now, the crying face. And I said, okay, sounds good. Let's chat this month about coaching though, because if you sign on as a coach with the base kit, you have to pay $40 to sign as a coach, but that's $140 anyway. So it would make more sense to spend another $20 to do the $160. So base kit as client for now, And she said, yeah, client for now. You're an excellent salesperson though. Cause she was like, seriously, she was like, I hate this. I want to sign on. But I don't have the money. So I said, I literally never do this. It's so funny. I just have to explain the best bang for your buck. Okay, I'll send the link either tonight or tomorrow. So I got her enrolled with the base kit. So even though it was not Success Club points, you know, it was a base kit, I don't want you to be like, oh, it's not a challenge pack. It doesn't matter. I had a really good quality conversation, and she most likely is a coach down the road. So I just wanted to kind of put that out because I was like, I put that conversation out last night and I felt like that was really helpful. What other questions are you guys running into for people asking you and maybe not knowing how to respond? Because I'd love to, if you have anything that you want to just go through any messages and do that, I can help you with responses. Anything that comes to anybody's mind? I know Justin asked, like, what do you do when somebody like sees your message and they don't respond back? And in that case, what I usually do is, you know, maybe I wait a day or two and then I'll be like, hey girl, I was making my meal prep or my meal plan for the week and I came across this awesome recipe. I wanted to send it your way because it's boot camp approved. Check it out. Do you think your family would eat this or would try this or something like that? So, what do you mean? What is, Angie? I don't know what that question means. Oh, this is the question that people ask you. Okay, I'll get to that. Sorry. So basically what I do is I do that if it's like 24 hours and I haven't heard back. Now, don't get like butthurt over anybody not responding back, because honestly, if I was not doing Beachbody coaching, nobody would ever get a response from me. I'd read it and be like, no, I'll do that later. No, like this is my business. So I'm required to respond back to people. But if it was just up to me day to day and I was just like had Facebook for fun, I would never respond to anybody. I don't think so. Don't take offense. A lot of people get busy. A lot of people get distracted. A lot of people just like, you know, something happens and then they're off to the next thing. So don't think that it's somebody that's not interested. They may have just literally just got distracted. So then what I would do is I would add them to my follow-up list. And if you don't hear anything back after that, I would make sure that you've got some type of free group to get them invited to, or some type of something with value that you can get them added to so that you can move forward that way. And then I just would follow up in like 2 weeks or 2 or 3 weeks and be like, hey girl, I know it wasn't the best time for you last time we chatted, but I've got another group running, you know, X date. I just wanted to see if it's for you or not. That's kind of how I do that. And go ahead, Chelsea.
I have a question. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times on Instagram, I will like message girls who work out and stuff, but like it's not obvious that they do a specific program.
Mm-hmm.
Or like they're just like on a fitness journey, and I like usually end up being like, oh hey, like what program do you do, whatever. And I feel like I've kind of get dead ended with that, because then if they're like, oh I do Weight Watchers, and I'm like, okay. like I feel like I kind of like back myself into a corner, but it also gets like really good responses. Like I have a good conversation with them when I ask what they're doing, but then I like kind of get stuck.
So for Weight Watchers, what I would do is, oh girl, that's awesome. I'm so glad you've had such great success. You know, it's just so important to find something that works for you, but what are you doing for exercises? Because I would love to kind of hook you up with my next, you know, virtual boot camp. I can actually get you set up with an accountability buddy. Would that be something you'd be interested in? Or do you think you can handle 30-minute workouts from home? So I would just like get them on board, even if it's just the exercise component, because if they have bots, then they have access to all of our meal plans and things like that. So, I would say you should totally take a look at the 21-day fix, meal plan. You know, I know you've had great results, but you'll have this, you know, maybe after they purchase or something, but you know, it's a really awesome program, and it totally really helped me so much. So you should totally take a look into that. You know, they wouldn't have the containers though, if they just purchased BOD.
I had a girl that did that for a while. She stuck to Weight Watchers, but she got BOD and joined one of the challenge groups.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, if they love it, I mean, you can still buy the containers by themselves if they find that they are interested in something.
Yeah, that could be a gift you sent to her too. You could just send her like I think it's like $10 for the containers.
Okay.
So it'd be like, yeah, I think that, that would be awesome. Why don't you give it, and let's commit to a program, start to finish. And I know you love what you're doing with Weight Watchers, but this is like really fun. It may be fun to just try something new for 3 weeks. And I'm going to send you the containers as like my new clients special right now. And, then we can try it out. And if you miss your Weight Watchers, totally go back to that. But it's just really cool to kind of try something different, I think sometimes, or, something like that.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. But
It's going to be hard to compete with now that they have their so many things that are 0 points and you can eat whatever you want.
I don't even know how it works.
I just see the
We have
commercials.
bunnies.
Yeah. they don't do this.
I had what did I have? I remember that I all I knew about Weight Watchers was that fruit was free, and what else? And I don't know if it is anymore, but it was. And fruit was free, and maybe something else. I don't know. And so I remember like being like, well, Weight Watchers, fruit is free. So I was still eating whatever I was doing, but like be like, I can eat 4 bananas a day. Fruit's free.
My mom and I did it once, and it was meetings, and you sat almost like what I imagine like an AA meeting would be like, and you weighed yourself every week in front of everybody, and I was like, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
Well,
So it was like an attempt at accountability, but it was almost like too public of accountability.
There's a commercial for like a different fitness program. I don't even know what it is, but their commercial is literally, you don't use MySpace anymore. Why are you doing Weight Watchers? And it's like it's like another, I don't know even what the program is for. I was like, geez.
What's going on? Hey, we've got the babysitter here. How you doing? You're muted. Let me unmute you.
Okay. Oh,
Now I got you.
AJ, how do you unmute?
You are unmuted. I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Awesome, cool. Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Oh, we're just hanging out. Hey, have you ever thought about coaching? You should be a coach.
No, it's not. I yell too loudly. That's
You can still have wine.
I'm Mike, by the way.
Hi,
We got April. Let's see, Chelsea, Justine, and Tiffany. How's everybody doing?
Angie, what is happening?
Evidently, I'm not a good babysitter. Stuff falls down the stairs. People are crying, so I'm working on it.
Life happens.
I'll let it get back to you. Nice to meet you, ladies.
That's amazing. Okay, so I love that so much.
So many guests today.
I know. Angie's question, I don't understand. I'm guessing she says when people say, what is 2B mindset, when people just want info. So for that, I would direct to the heart conversation that's in the Beautifully Made page. And if you go under like program launches, that's where you can see that. But there's a whole conversation there where I've been following in my private messages, and it's been going pretty well. Have you used that in any of yours, Chelsea? Is that working for you?
I actually send her video sometimes, like her promo. I forget which one, but one of the ones that's like where she kind of explains it, because she's just so like, she's just like a real person that I'm like, look at this girl, she's so cool. Here's what she says.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna try to find
like what I don't even remember which one. It's like where she just it's like 3 minutes long. It's a very short one where she just talks about the basics.
Yeah, I'm gonna share that one. Yeah, and that one actually is in that like heart link, the heart
yeah.
book. That one's actually in there, I believe. So I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it now in this chat so you guys can. Oh, good night, Tiffany. Okay, so that's the one that I sent, and I think it's like 2 or 3 minutes. So yeah, I'm usually Angie. Stop it right now. He just sat down with a glass of wine and he was like, "Hey, I'm Mike."
I don't know what he did. He just was like, I'm going to go downstairs. And I was like, it's going to be a bunch of girls. He's like, even better.
I was like, Angie, come get your house guest. Oh, that was awesome. So, yeah, but I think the best thing is just like talk to people and educate yourself on it as well. So if you guys have purchased it and you've gone through and watched some of the videos, you're going to be able to better explain it, everything. So just try to talk to people like down to earth. And if they go with the base kit, be like, okay, awesome. I'm so excited for you. Just want to run this past you. Just so you know right now, if you pay an extra $60, you can get Shaco for $2 a meal, and it's a great way to try it. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's normally $130 and $4 a meal, so I just wanted to run it past you. Like, is that something you want to give a try? And maybe give a quick testimonial or something like that. So, yeah, I asked him if he wanted to be, if he's interested in coaching, and he said he yells too loudly. I was like, oh, okay. So, but yeah, so I think that's just the most important thing is just like, be as down to earth as possible in your messages. And then if you get stuck, just like post in the team page and tag me and I'll help you out. So, any other To Be Mindset questions?
Sorry, I have a question. You may or may not have covered this while I was putting the kids to bed. But the kind of the gist of the program, people want to know, like, is it restrictive of any kind of food? Like, can I still eat my fried chicken? That sort of thing. Like, those are the kind of questions I've been getting. And so, like, I know that, like, with the container system, you're not restricting any food groups, but you're definitely restricting, like, food. Like, no, you can't have fried chicken. But is that sort of the thing, or is it a calorie based?
Chelsea can speak on this better because she started with the videos.
So the way she does it is, I've only watched like 5 videos, but she splits it up into the food groups, and she talks about proteins. It's pretty much all the proteins that count as a red. You just go for like a serving size. It's more so like, instead of like 3/4 of a cup of this, half a cup of this, it's more so like serving size for everything. And then the carbs, she calls them, I think it's FFC, fiber-filled carbs, which is like sweet potatoes, like fruit, like whole grains, oatmeal, whatever. And then she has a category of like silly carbs. And the concept behind it is like, yeah, you can eat like silly carbs instead of fiber-filled carbs, but you're supposed to be tracking it every day, and then you weigh yourself every day. So like, if you notice that one day you went up in weight, then you look at what you wrote down and you're like, oh crap, I had gummy bears for lunch. Like, that's why. And you're supposed to kind of like learn like the process yourself. But then she also has, for each meal, she calls it plated. So like the breakfast plate is, she shows like a literal picture of a plate. There's actually, if you go into the To Be Mindset on Beachbody On Demand and you go to like materials or whatever, there's like a printout page that shows plates. And so like breakfast is like 50% protein, 15% fiber-filled carbs. And then lunch is like, it's a literal plate, and it shows like, I forget what lunch is, but it's split up, whatever, you get what I mean.
Right.
And then, so she kind of does it by that. And there's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and one snack, which is optional. And you start with, you're supposed to drink 16 ounces of water before you eat anything for every meal. And you're supposed to have veggies most. So like dinner is literally, I think it was 75% veggies, 25% protein. Like there's no carbs at dinner. So her kind of premise is like, don't tell yourself you can eat none of those things, but if you're going to eat it, eat a serving size. And she gives like rules for carbs, kind of like you want it to be a carb where there's more fiber than sugar in the carb, and you want each carb to be like around 150 calories. So like if you're going to eat a box of wheat thins or something, like just use the serving size, it's probably like 150 calories, and then you go by that. So it is a little bit of measuring, like it's not like a free-for-all, but she does kind of also say like for the emotional binge eating part of it, like don't restrict yourself. Like if you want a piece of fried chicken, have like maybe half a piece, take the skin off, like stuff like that. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. That was very, very helpful, because people are like, yeah, it talks about, emotional eating, but how? And I couldn't answer that. So
you're supposed to kind of like learn yourself, like by writing everything down and then weighing yourself, you learn like what works for your body and what doesn't. And like the same way, like how many calories your body needs. So she says, like, if you are working out, you might, like, your snack might just be like fruit or like whatever, but if you are working out, your snack might have like also a carb and also veggies in it. Like, so you kind of learn what your body needs.
Has she mentioned, or is anybody concerned about weighing themselves every day, like causing themselves a complex?
Yeah, that's like the opposite of everything.
Or potential clients like facing that problem? Because the thought of it makes me nervous, and I'm not doing it to lose weight, obviously, right now.
Yeah, she just kind of explained it like it's your measuring tool. Like, she wants you to take pictures. She still wants you to take measurements and like all that stuff. But like, her point was kind of like, I mean, this happens to me. Like, I'll weigh myself one day, I'll be like 160. The next day I'll be like 155. The next day I'll be 162. And I'm like, okay, like, what's going on? But so her point was kind of like, if you're weighing yourself every day, you're still going to see like a downward trend, and you learn to like not freak out when you see that it's whatever, like that it's super high. So she kind of was saying it as a positive, because you learn to like just realize
just how much it changes on a daily basis.
Yeah, anyway. Like, you kind of have to just watch the trend go down. Like, so even if you were like super high one day, it's still lower than like the highest you were last week. She also focuses on only losing 2 pounds at a time. So she's like, yeah, if you go into one of the, mine are different. I don't know. If you go into one of those tabs, it has the plates I was talking about. Yeah, plate it recap. That's what I was talking about.
So this is actually on BOD. If you purchased it, you can still access it on BOD, and all the videos are here.
So I feel like this was like the most helpful, because it's like a visual thing, and it's like very simple. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So, yeah. And that's what I had heard from the test group. The biggest thing was that it's like, she teaches you how to like look at your plate. And so, like, example over here for the dinner, like, we kind of like just think like as a society, like, well, what carb are we going to have for dinner? You know, like, are we going to have potatoes? Are we going to have rice? Are we going to have bread? Like, what's going to be with it? So, and this is how, at least for plan A, I don't know about the other thing, but for 80 Day Obsession, we weren't allowed to have carbs at dinner. So that was like one big change that I have already made, was that I always make it, because like Matt and Adley are usually eating it. They like, Adley loves her some rice. So that's like something I often will do. But like, I've already kind of like already in my head changed, like, I don't need that at night, because I've been trying to eat them earlier.
I mean, in Plan B, we were allowed having carbs, but I went from Plan B the first round of 80 Day, and I'm in Plan A now. And so, like, I struggle. Like, today for dinner, I ended up making sweet potatoes, because it is so ingrained.
I cheated a lot, where I would still have yellows a lot, because sometimes
the first round I was pretty spot on, but this round I'm like all freaking everywhere.
Her
like, obviously.
Her philosophy was like, you need carbs for energy, and like at dinner you don't need energy because you're going to bed. I was like, well,
valid.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and that's what we need. We need to know why we're doing it, and that's why I think that this program really focuses on the mindset. It's not just, you can't have it. Well, okay, you saying that makes me want it more. Why? You know?
Yeah, if it explains why, that's awesome, because that's what the hardest part is why do I need carbs? Because I deal with people with keto all the time. And they're like, well, you know, if you don't have carbs, then your body eats into your fat. And I'm like, well, it also eats into your muscle. And they're like, why? And I have to like, I don't have the background to like argue with that. And so, I mean, just, you don't need energy because you're going to bed.
Yep.
Yeah. And honestly, I always try really hard not to bash other programs, because for like keto or something like that, like, honestly, there is some research that says high fat and high carbs together is horrible. And that's basically our diet right now in a like society is basically high carb, high fat. But if it's high fat, low carb, there is some things, even like medical research kind of showing that it's decreasing cholesterol and things like that, which you're like, I've had fat major cholesterol, but it's really just when it's in the combination with carbs. So I'm not like pro keto or anything, but because I know that there are some good things to eat, like I just try not to like act like I know everything about it and try not to be like, oh, well, that's bad or you shouldn't do that. Cause they're going to be like, turn off like, okay, this girl, no, thank you. So I really try to be like, oh, well, you know, that's great that you've had, you know, awesome success with it. You know, and then here's what I'm doing. Here's why I love it. So I really, because just think about it. Like if somebody like knocked something that you were excited about or you liked, or you're instantly just kind of be like, you know, so
Yeah.
I don't want to like rub them the wrong way from the get-go. So
Well,
I don't know about that. All I know is, and then kind of go into my
yeah, most of the time whenever people talk keto at me, I'm just like, well, you know, my workouts are pretty intense. I'm trying to build muscle. My body needs the carbs for the energy to build the muscle that I want to, because I'm trying to tone. I'm not trying to necessarily lose weight. I'm trying to, you know, I don't have curves naturally. Like I'm built like a straight line up and down, like shoulders to hips. And so I'm like, I'm trying to build curves. I'm trying to build the muscle in my butt. I'm trying to build my shoulders so that I have female curves. And, you know, I need the carbs to have the energy to build those muscles. And so my body needs the carbs. And that's the argument I put up. And they're like, oh, I want lady curves too.
Side note, Ariana, I see you. Ariana has all the curves. Hey girl, hey.
I know, I want to borrow some curves.
I've just said, like, you know, it's fine, you know, for your dramatic, like, weight loss instantly, but I can't picture doing something like keto in the long run because
Right.
I can't picture a life super low carb forever.
And
Like, trying to find the balance, which is what we always promote.
Yeah, I did it for like 2 months and I like enjoyed it. I was very strict. I measured everything. I had great results, but like that, the thing is that if you're doing keto, you have to be strict keto because you can't be like, I'm going to eat all the fat and then, oh, I'm going to have a donut. You have to be strict. So and like my mom does it, but like, she's so annoying to go anywhere with when she eats. Like it's horrible. Like, and I just don't want to be that person. Like my mom, I mean, she was like this, she was gluten-free before this and she'd like be like, the whole restaurant needs to know she's gluten-free. So it may just be partly my mom, but I like that this kind of teaches you like how to, like, if you're at somewhere where there's a buffet, if you're at, you know, somewhere where, you know, maybe you're at a baby shower, you're at this, you know, something where there's a bunch of food in front of you, you know how to organize your plate and make it into something that's, you know, going to work for you. So I think that this will be really cool.
There's a whole restaurant guide too. Like it gives you like if you're at an Italian restaurant, this is what you can order. If you're at a Mexican restaurant, this is a good idea. Like I don't know, it's cool.
Can you see the restaurant guide?
Is there such thing as a Mexican restaurant with no carbs in a meal?
Actually, I do
But he does.
I do because we have this Mexican restaurant that's like family owned that we go like twice a week. But I will always get the taco salad and I usually only eat like 2 bites of the actual taco. I just love their taco fajita salad. And I do no beans and no rice in it. So I just add like extra fajita veggies and things like that. So a lot of times my cheat is because I'm doing like cheese and guac and not really so much like, you know, the carbs.
And those are accessories in this program. And you're allowed to have accessories at every meal. It's like a miracle.
I'm going to eat all the guacamole every day.
Every meal you can have guacamole if you want.
I went to On the Border today and I went to Chipotle yesterday and I'm running a meal prep group this week. I'm really a great coach. I finally went to the grocery store today. So, okay guys. Well, I think this program is going to be amazing. I'm super excited for it. If you have any input or any idea of anything you think would be a great idea for the group, please let me know because I'm going to try to work on that this weekend. Maybe we can do like a live Zoom and we can kind of make some plans or something this weekend. But yeah, I think like photo albums, like visual guides for this plan are going to be really great. And we'll get like I can kind of like put, I don't know. Do you think we should put these things in there or this? I always worry about like giving them too much information or if like, because they're getting it when they sign up for the program, but maybe like we could do like some things, like we could upload the restaurant guide or, you know, something little, but I just don't know if we should do all of it.
Are you talking about for the actual challenge group? Not the.
Or once people purchase.
You could always, even as like a challenge or contest or something, post one like a breakfast plate and then ask them to compare their breakfast plate.
Ah,
Well,
yeah.
once people
it-
purchase, won't they have access to this anyway?
You should
Yeah.
make them find it themselves. Like have a contest where like for them to go find the program materials, because I feel like people don't even look them up half the time.
Yep.
People don't read anything. They don't.
No, that's what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah. So like today's contest could be if
What can you eat at a Japanese restaurant?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep.
what would be a good your choice of a meal from the list for, Mexican. So something like that. Yeah.
Screenshot it and
It's
post
Cinco de Mayo. You should totally do one for Cinco de Mayo on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well if you want to get a group together in
I mean,
36 hours, go for it. It's not on
me
my
and my one coach and my 4 challengers, I'll just go ahead and do that.
I know. I wanted to have a Cinco de Mayo Derby Day party, but I'm like, yeah. Well,
Do you have to wear a fancy sombrero for your Derby Day Mexican party?
that's a good idea. Well, get cleaned and life happens, so that's not working. But all right, so I like this. But yeah, let's say Sunday, if you guys want to, if you don't have any plans Sunday, like 8 o'clock, if you want to do like a To Be Mindset kind of powwow where we can kind of figure out after, we'll have some time to watch some videos and check it out over the weekend, and then we can kind of brainstorm and some ideas. Whether or not you guys want to do your own group, that's fine, whatever. I just want to brainstorm ideas. I'm doing the big group that you can add anybody to if you want, but if it's something that you want to do on your own, that's fine, but let's brainstorm together regardless, and see what we can come up with. So Sunday at 8, and then I would love for you guys to what would you like to talk about next week on our team call? Your face is
Crickets.
okay. Think about it this week. If you find something and you're like, yeah, I wish I knew how to do this better, or I wish this, just post in the team page or message me, because I just try to go off of like what I think is going to be best for you guys. So
Maybe.
Okay, I have a suggestion, and this is totally a suggestion. Like, you don't have to do this at all. But okay, so I'm in Autumn's Obsessed with Coaching group,
yeah,
and the last time they had somebody on talking about challenge groups, like a program specific challenge group versus a general challenge group, and what works best for, of course they always said, whatever works best for you. And so I guess it's a kind of, should I do my own? Like I said, I literally have probably 20, not even 20 challengers. And I'm talking about like free challenge. I probably have like 5 or 7 clients.
That's awesome.
And so should I do my own challenge group? Should I just add them to your challenge group? Like we have a group chat of all the people who are doing 80-day obsession at the same time going on. There's about 5 of us doing it all together, like on the same day type thing. So like, when do I start a new challenge group? When do I, use the general challenge group, that sort of thing.
Yeah. So here's what I have been wanting to do. I was talking to some of my elite coaches. She has a general wellness group. And what I want to do is put all of like the content. So like the pin post is like, if you have questions about this, click here. If you would like to change your Shakeology Home Direct, click here. Like where you can add everybody, no matter what program they're doing. And it has like everything there. And it's just a community, not a challenge group. It's just a community. And then have like an individual like group, whether it be an event within that wellness group, or it be a challenge tracker app, or it be another program. And then she does the same thing with her coaching, which I'm going to do is the Big Beautifully Made team page will be anybody that's a coach. There's lots of information. You can be there. And I'm going to build a specific business building coach where you have to be an active coach. And if you're working the business and you're not like a discount coach, you will be added to this group. And that's where we do trainings within that group, like not create a group. If we are doing trainings, we do it in that group. If I have something to share that's business related, for you building your business, we do it within that group. Maybe like celebrating, volume and things like that within that group. So that's my goal. It's like something that I need to just like block off like a weekend and do that. But that's what I want to do. And so that may be something that you want to implement and start working on that wellness group that can be yours, that anytime you get a client, you can add them to. And then it's really easy to track your clients because everybody gets added no matter what they're doing. So that could be one like fun wellness group that you continuously kind of like add people to, and they have all the information instead of like repeating yourself repeatedly. So instead of like a welcome email for challengers, which I used to do and I don't anymore, but I could have all of that information there. And then the same thing for the team page, the business builder. I have everything for somebody that was just signed on as a coach and wants to work the business. Like I would have like new coach photo album or file or something that like, this is everything you need to do and this is your timeline. So because I feel like there's just so much information for coaching, for clients, whatever, and like I don't know, I don't have a system of how it needs to be spread out, so there's things that always get forgotten about.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like the idea. Okay, cool.
I did something similar, or started to make something similar for like a challenge group, because I know Danielle always has a prep week, and then then you get the overlap of new challengers. So instead of doing like a prep week, I made like a prep Facebook group. And then you could go through that with stuff on like how to, understand the containers and how to navigate bot and stuff. And then you could like remove yourself once you felt confident and you didn't want to see any like mundane updates and stuff. Then you could remove yourself from that. And then the challenge group wouldn't always include the prep group stuff, so that you weren't spending a week with already knowing all that stuff.
That's really cool. I like that a lot.
I love that. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, I feel like sharing is caring, and why the heck are we all going to try to do like add this entire prep group like to our plate? So if we want to just have like a general for prep group for clients, and then like we could also do like a general, trying to think how it would be for 2B mindset. But if we want to like make that a team effort, that can always be something we can do like and work together, because I mean, something like that is an awesome idea, but it's a big project to take on to make sure like you get all that. So just let me know if you ever guys want to do that and collaborate together. We can do that, and then everybody so every time I say it's going to be a 30-minute call, it's a 50-minute call. So but I hope this was helpful for you guys. Any other questions? I'm trying to think.
April, the one thing I was going to say is, and maybe this will come out of the coach group, but I just signed on a new coach today.
Yay, congrats.
Thanks. So,
who is your upline?
Yeah.
Is Kelly your upline?
Who? What?
Is Kelly your upline?
Yeah, Kelly's my upline, my star upline, all that good stuff.
Okay. So go ahead.
Well, the question is like, my onboarding process literally is like covered in cobwebs. Hasn't been used in like at least a year or two.
Yeah.
So I definitely need something great. So I'm going to do a getting started right call. But I was like, yeah, girl, just tell me your schedule. She's like, tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, I got to get my documents together, and we'll talk soon. So I need to kind of like get a refresher on like best practices with onboarding the right way, getting coach started off. Like she and I already talked about her plan of action. Like she's going to start and just get results and use Shakeology and do 21 Day Fix Extreme for the first 30 days. So that gives me a little bit of a buffer. And then like she has some life things going on also with like trying to get into law school. So I said, all right, let's do 30 days. Let's get you incredible results. And then it's going to build naturally from there, but we can take it kind of step by step. So that's where I started at, but I'm like, I still don't really have anything ready.
That's what I would do, is I would tell her to focus on her. Did she do it with the 2B mindset?
No, she's getting 21 Day Fix Extreme.
Oh, that's right. You said that. Okay. So what and I send this into you in a private message, but I just posted it into the chat. This is my new coach checklist. The responses go to me, but that's okay. Like I would rather you just send this to her so she can go over it and do it. So take a look at it.
Okay.
And send that to her. And it's like basics. So it's like, here, basics about being a coach. So just say, let's do this. And then when you get on the phone with her, see where her goals are, see what she wants to do, how she wants to work the business. I just did a Getting Started Right call with Angie and her new coach before this call. And what we did was I wanted to talk to her about her story. So kind of ask her, if you don't know her really well, kind of ask her about what she's going on with her, what her goals are, what her struggles are, just kind of really get to know her personally. And then homework is going to be a new coach post. And basically tell a little bit about her story, be vulnerable, and invite people to join her. So have her write it up. So this is what I like to do is tell a little about you and something you may struggle with and why you decided to become a coach and what they can do to join you. So, I would pick a day, maybe May 14th. My To Be Mindset group starts May 14th. Are you in my challenge group?
To Be Mindset, yes.
No, not To Be Mindset. I'll add you to my challenge group, which is honestly, I need to revamp it because it's a little bleh right now. To Richard.
It's Richard Simmons. It cannot be bad.
Nobody really comments, so I need to switch things up. I need to go live more or something. But
as a coach, you
do
that's what you learn.
We
as
do
a
like
coach,
mini
be your own challenger.
Yeah, we do mini challenges in our group. Like we did a Man Crush Monday, and it was like post someone that you may or may not be married to that like motivates you. So everybody was posting like.
I love that.
The guy from what's his name? Black Panther. Oh my gosh, what is his name?
Oh my God, he's so hot.
Oh my God, he's so cute. Anyway, but that guy, they posted him, and we just do like fun little cute stuff like that. Just give people like.
Yeah. I need to kind of really dig deep and kind of get some more ideas because I feel like it's just kind of mundane. So, but I mean, your challenge groups are ebb and flow like that. It's totally normal. Sometimes they are rocking it, and sometimes it's like hello. So, but yeah, so I sent you the new coach checklist. You can get her started on that, and then talk to her about making a post. Have her send it to you first and the picture. Help her out with that with wording. If you need help with that, you can let me know. And you can get her added to our team page if she wants to work the business. When she does want to work the business, then let's set up a 3-way chat, and I'll do that with you. But for now, I would say do this new coach checklist. Kind of check in with her, be supportive of her. Make sure she takes her new coach or her before photos and measurements, and just kind of like. Kind of talk to her about maybe starting to use stories on Facebook and Instagram and posting and just sharing her struggles and kind of relating to people that way. And then make sure she gets into a personal development and like just kind of start doing things with her that coaches do. So I love the book Girl Wash Your Face. So I would suggest that one because it's a self-care kind of book. So it's not like business or anything like that. And it's still looking out for her. So that's kind of the route I would go. And then say, your first 30 days is all you, girl. And then, once you have results, people want to know what you're doing. So.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head to bed. I'm so excited. I want to be like sleeping in 30 minutes. So I have not worked out in 3 days and I have ate out for the last 3 days. I'm like, I don't know what happened this week. This is like the most off the rail I've been in probably like 5 months. So feeling in, starting tomorrow. I'm not even going to work out tonight. I'm just letting it go. And tomorrow's a new day. I'm not going to stress about the last 3 days because I've been consistent as hell for like 5 months. So I'm not going to worry about it. I know what to do to get back on track tomorrow. That was my little rant because I was feeling guilty. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. And I'll talk to you if you think of anything you want to chat about next week. Let me know.